Right, we have a lot of big headlines to get to for you this morning, but we begin in Rome, where at this hour, Pope Francis remains in the hospital. The Vatican says he had a restful night, but over the weekend, there was a significant deterioration in his condition. The Pope experienced a serious respiratory crisis Saturday, and yesterday we learned he is experiencing mild kidney failure. CBS News foreign correspondent Seth Doane is following all of this for us from Rome, just outside Vatican City, which we see in the background. Seth, bring us up to date. What's the latest on the Pope's current condition, Seth?
Well, good morning to you, Errol. We're just hearing not long ago from a Vatican source that the Pope woke up, he was able to get out of bed, that he is eating normally, that he is taking his regular medications, and that he is in good humor. So that is the absolute latest. This morning, we had heard simply that he had slept well and was resting. As you know from the times we've spoken in the past, we get very few details from the Vatican. We really have to kind of try to read between the lines. Last night, we had heard that he was continuing to get this high-flow oxygen, but as you mentioned, that respiratory crisis that happened over the weekend, that had passed. This warning, though, of the early signs of kidney failure was something that doctors tell us is not good. We also had learned over the weekend that he was getting blood transfusions. That's another worrying sign for doctors. We have heard from the Pope's doctors that he is a fragile case. He is a very difficult case to treat because, of course, he's missing part of his lung. He had part of that lung removed when he was a much younger man. He's, of course, fighting double pneumonia. He has underlying chronic lung conditions. And he is on, I asked one of his doctors how many medications he's on, and the answer was simply a lot. So finding the balance of giving him a little bit of this, they said, for instance, with cortisone, you can give him a little bit of cortisone to treat one thing, but that can suppress the immunoresponse in another. So finding that balance is very difficult, and they have said very clearly it could go either way, Errol.
And that is a sobering statement that it could go either way, Seth. What then does this mean for the Vatican, for the Church, and for what could happen?
Well, everyone's standing by as you walk around the Vatican. Certainly, we're in the middle of this holy year, this Jubilee year, which is supposed to be a year of celebrations. There are a number of different events on the calendar. It's a very important time, frankly, for people come to Rome. Catholics are encouraged to come by the tens of millions to walk through the Holy Door, which is open only once about every 25 years. Behind me here at St. Peter's, one of the big doors leading out onto St. Peter's Square. It's open for this year, and Catholic pilgrims are encouraged to come and walk through that door to repent, to absolve their sins. And many, of course, come to see the Pope. So a big question is, if people are coming, what happens if they can't see the Pope? And how long might any recovery period be? The doctors, we were there at Gemelli Hospital on Friday when we were hearing directly from the Pope's doctors, and they were saying he will return. They were putting on a very strong face, but simply saying, yes, it could go either way.
All right, we appreciate the update from Seth in Rome, just past 1 p.m. there. Seth, thank you.